a lot of people would complain how I seem to be so full of myself. I should use that because that's the usual remark I get. And then I go back to where I was coming from or where I am coming from and how I used to be. And I really do not understand why they feel that way. But I guess people become a little bit insecure when you seem to be so confident in the kind of person you've grown to be. Hi, my name is Mimi, and today I'll be talking about self-worth. Growing up, I really did not have a lot of self-esteem. I was so ashamed of a lot of things. One was the fact that I was skinny, and then I had a lot of people taunt me with it. Like it was so bad because school children actually made fun of me. I mean, my classmates made fun of me, and making fun of me did not stop in my elementary education. It went as far as the university, and even I don't know till I was done with school. Even when I was serving as a corps member in Abuja, I had to deal with people constantly reminding me of how I looked skinny. And it was so bad because they always referred to a part of my body that I actually became more insecure about, and which were my boobs. When people say your boobs are so big and your body is so small, and you're probably thinking to yourself, what kind of imperfection is that? If God was going to make you skinny, why wouldn't He just make the rest of your body skinny? So it was actually a very big challenge for me growing up and having people say things about my stature. It actually started with complaining about how short I was amongst my siblings. People complained that I was too little for my age. When I became tall eventually, people still complained that I was becoming too skinny and too tall. So one thing I learned from all those things where people are insatiable. You cannot keep doing things because people are criticizing you. If you're going to keep trying to change the way you look, trying to change your body, try to change your person because someone out there made a remark, you're going to keep changing and reinventing yourself for people all the time. And that was the problem I had. People complained about a lot of things. They started with the yellow teeth, which wasn't actually my fault because growing up I used to be very sick, and then I was exposed to a lot of antibiotics which actually discolored my teeth as a child. So I had a lot of things that I was very insecure about. I was insecure about my height, I was insecure about my body, I was insecure about the physique I had, I was insecure about so many things. And then the only thing that actually kept me going was the fact that I still reminded myself that I was brilliant enough to see myself through anything. And that was the thing that I held on to all those years when people made passing comments about how I looked or how my boobs were shaped or things like that. It wasn't so easy for me at first because I had to deal with a feeling of rejection. I couldn't even take off my clothes in front of my fellow women because I felt they'd probably start talking about me. So I had to hide, to change and do things like that because people kept saying things about my body. So when I finally learned that I can't keep living my life based on people's criticisms. Yes, I know it's okay to take criticism, but not when someone is outrightly body shaming you. Like, it's crazy because if you're going to keep going for the next diet to get fat because someone called you skinny, when you become too fat, someone else would complain that you have become too fat. So it's always unending. So it's best to love yourself. It's best to cultivate the act of appreciating yourself however you look, whatever thing you consider an imperfection. The best thing to do is to learn to actually love those imperfections. Learn to appreciate those parts of yourself that you really do not like. When I was growing up, I had people complain about my bulgy eyes. People still say that to me in passing, but recently it doesn't actually bother me anymore because I love my eyes. Yes, I know there are dark circles and probably it looks too big, maybe bigger than that of a normal girl. But I love my eyes. I love my face. It didn't come immediately because having people criticize me and say all those things about me, I had to go back into feeling ashamed of myself, into looking out for how to change my face, how to change a lot of things about me. I'm not saying going for plastic surgery to feel good about yourself isn't great. I'm not saying that changing or reinventing how you look isn't great. I'm just saying when you're doing that because you're seeking for self validations from people, it's going to hurt you a lot, because the more you do to get people to appreciate you, the more they find things they do not like about how you look at the moment. So it's always on earning. So how do you help yourself? You need to learn that this is you, this is how you were created, this is how, or whatever way that the universe has blessed you. You need to learn to start appreciating your body. The reason people develop all forms of sicknesses is mostly because it starts from hating on a particular part of your body, hating on a particular aspect of your body, and then you notice that you become sick. You tend to fall sick when it comes to that aspect of your body. So it's always crazy when you don't love the way you are. It's very bad, right? So it's actually very important that we learn the importance of being appreciative of how we look. I talked about gratitude yesterday. Be grateful for how you look. Be grateful for the things you've experienced. Be grateful for every single thing. Be grateful for the fact that you're probably too skinny, too fat, or whatever way people had actually described you in the past. Because the truth is, it doesn't actually matter what they say. What matters is how you see yourself, how you carry yourself, how you present yourself, what do you have to say about yourself. Those are the things that matter at the end of the day. So if the rest of the world is saying you're messed up, you look ugly, you're too dark, and things like that, what do you say about yourself? Do you agree? Do you believe that you're not good enough? Do you believe that you're actually too skinny? Do you believe you are not beautiful? So at the end of the day, it revolves around how you decide to take the criticisms that people throw at you. And I would advise you to learn to love yourself, because if you keep changing yourself for people, you would get tired eventually and you're going to keep hurting yourself. And I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. Thank you so much, and please keep listening. Bye.